Hello, I'm Sandy. I am the oldest, but the most beautiful. And since 1980, every year I sit in a chair and I say next year I'm going to be 100 pounds lighter. Obviously, I haven't lost 100 pounds. If I have, boy, I was really big. But in that regard, I have lost 100 pounds, if not more than 100 pounds. Unfortunately, I gained back the 100 pounds. I lose it 10 pounds, I gain 15. Then I lose 15, and then I gain 10. So Denise is my inspiration, and hopefully I'll stay on the journey with her, and we'll both get thin next year. So my goal is to lose 100 pounds too, but it's going to take me more than a year because I'm old, as Denise pointed out. It's nice meeting you.
Well, welcome to my channel. The name of my channel is Let's Get Fit with Sandy. I am a weight loss channel, although I do share my adventures with my family and my strive to hit 100 pounds loss and to get into Wonderland. But I wanted to thank Carrie over at Weight Watchers with Carrie, and also Bee over at Bee's Journey for inviting me to do this collab. Just talking about my weight loss, my struggles, how I deal with everything. And I'm not alone in this battle to lose weight. There's a lot of people joining this collab, and if you go in the description box down below, there's a lot of links to different channels. Please go over there and check them out. Definitely go to Weight Watchers with Carrie and Bee over at Bee's Journey, and subscribe to all the channels. You will not be disappointed. I actually follow every single channel that's listed down below, so not that you need my endorsement of them, but that's the way it goes. I just got back from my walk, so I apologize for having my hat on, but look at I didn't even realize I just grabbed a hat. I was hoping to have a green hat because I like to color coordinate when I match my outfits each day, but I didn't have a green hat, so I grabbed this hat and then decided to just do my video. So self-promotion works every time. But anyway, just to talk about my weight loss a little bit, my struggles. I've been on this plan. I joined Weight Watchers on December 30th of 2016, and at that time I weighed 304.2. I was devastated because I knew that I was going to be heavy, and probably 2 weeks before I joined Weight Watchers I went on a crash diet so I could lose some weight. So actually I probably have already hit my 100 pounds lost, but I'm going by the official weigh-in at Weight Watchers, and that was at 304.2. I hate saying that number out loud, but a lot of times I got to say it out loud just to remind myself of how high I had gotten. My lowest weight that I've weighed since I've been on Weight Watchers was 209.2. I was so close. I was like 96.4 pounds or something like that. I was like a little over 3 pounds close to my 100-pound goal. This morning I weighed in, I was 225 exactly. So as you can see, I gained back about 16 pounds from my best loss. During the pandemic, I lost 17 pounds. Most people gain weight during the pandemic. I lost 17 pounds. I walked every day with my husband Jim. We had our meals every day together, only because nobody could come over. I have a family dinner every Thursday, but we couldn't have family over during the pandemic, so it was just Jim and I. And Jim works afternoons, so I usually have my own dinner alone, and so it was different. But we ate, and one of my things too was that we do a puzzle. We usually just do a puzzle a year. In the winter, Jim and I, we just put it out on, we have like a roll-up mat that we put it on, and then we didn't really need a roll-up mat this last year because we never had to move it, because we didn't have to, we do it at the dining room table, and we didn't have to move it because we didn't have people coming over. So we worked on that. But then during the pandemic, we actually did 3 puzzles, which was like a record for us, and that kept me from eating, because it's just like every time I'd be like walking into the kitchen to get something to eat, I would have to walk past the puzzle, and I'm thinking, well, why don't I just sit down here for a minute or two and see if I can put a couple pieces together, because we usually do like a 1,000-piece puzzle, and we both work on it at different times. Sometimes we worked on it together, but it kept us from gaining a lot of weight over the pandemic. With that being said, I did lose 17 pounds in all of 2020. And since January 1st of 2021, I gained back 19 pounds. So not only did I gain back the 17 I lost, I added 2 bonus points, 2 more pounds, because so now I'm back on my quest to lose my 100 pounds. One of the reasons I think that I gained my weight was I was realizing I was becoming so obsessed because I was so close. I was at one point, I was, like I said, 209. So I was like within 4 pounds of getting to my 100-pound loss, and within 9 pounds of getting to Wonderland, which are my 2 goals in life, just on my bucket list. Those are the 2 things on my bucket list. Those are the 2 things I'm striving to get. And I just kind of stopped worrying about it and stopped obsessing about it. And as soon as I stopped concentrating on it, I started gaining weight. I really did. I do follow the blue plan on Weight Watchers, which I do like. I know if you watch my videos that my portion sizes are huge. I always think that there's 0 points, but then I forget that there's 0 calories. And even though it's fruit and there's 0 points, it's sugar. But in the same regard, I think that I'd rather eat a lot of fruit and get my sugar that way than eat a lot of cookies and donuts and cupcakes and things like that. So I don't have a problem with that. As much as I like vegetables, I don't get a lot of vegetables in, and I don't understand why I don't do that, because I do love vegetables. And I just, in the last couple weeks, I've really had an awakening that I got to really get back on track. Part of the awakening that I had is on my birthday every year. I make a promise that the following year I'm going to be 100 pounds lighter. I've been doing that since 1980. Every year on my birthday, as I'm blowing out my cake, my family says it along with me. Next year I'll be 100 pounds lighter. I say that every year. And every year I think that this is the year. This is the year I'm going to do it. And even when I joined back then, I thought, this is the year. This is the year. And my birthday's fast approaching. It's September 7th. And I'm not going to hit my 100 pounds. And I'm not going to hit Wonderland by then. And I realized that. So it just made me more aware that I really have to get back. I have to get back on track. I have to get back on plan. And so I'm back somewhat, somewhat back on plan. I'm trying really hard. It's for me, it's harder in the summer to lose weight. You would think it'd be easier in the summer, but for me, it's really harder in the summer. You have vacations, you have barbecues, you have parties, you have weddings, you have all of that stuff. And it's just harder for me in the summer, so I have to work that much harder in the summer. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. I can do it if I really put my mind to it, and I really do plan on putting my mind to it, so I am going to do it. One of the reasons I had such a great weight loss during the pandemic was I didn't eat out. I never ate out. I just never trusted eating out. Jim ate out. Jim got Carrie out all the time, because even though I said that I cooked meals and we ate meals together, I don't cook Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't know why. I just don't. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I don't cook. So I would just make whatever I wanted, and then Jim would get Carrie out. And he'd always offer, like, you want me to pick something up? And I was always leery, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that. Well, once I got my vaccine back the first week of March. They started opening things up. I started eating out again. And the more I eat out, the harder it is for me to stay on track, because I am one of these people that when I go out to eat, I don't order off the healthy menu. There's a healthy menu, and there's a way you can eat healthy eating out. I know that. I have not mastered that. I don't think I ever will master that. And I'm being honest with myself, telling you that. I know that people say, like, you should get a carry-out container, split it in half right away, and put the other half in the container. I've tried that. I just eat from the carry-out container. You can ask them for the healthier option. My mindset says if I want the healthier option, I could just do it. I could just eat at home. I'm going to, when I go out to eat my favorite foods. So, with that being said, my plan in the future now is not to eat out as often as I used to. I have gotten into the habit of eating out 2 or 3 times a week. Before the pandemic, we only ate out 3 times a month. So you can kind of go to a restaurant and order what you want 3 times a month. and then still stay on track. But it's kind of hard to stay on track when you go out to a restaurant or get a carry out 2 or 3 times a week. Then it makes it a little more difficult. So my plan for the coming months is to just get back to making my meals at home and I'm always trying to eat healthy when I go out to eat. It's hard, but you know. I do think that I am back on plan right now. I had a 0.8 loss this week. I realized that I was setting my goals too high. I was stressing too much about the numbers, which I'm always going to do. I'm always going to tell you that I'm not going to stress about the numbers. I'm always going to stress about the numbers. That's just who I am. But I think that my plan this year was I wasn't going to stress about the numbers. I wasn't going to let the scale define me. All of this good stuff that they tell you all the time. I gained back 19 pounds with that attitude. Some people can have that attitude. I can't have that attitude. I have to realize that the number's not going to describe who I am. It's not. It really isn't. But it really does help me to stay on track as far as my choices in my food and things like that. So I do need to, I can't weigh myself every day. I'm not one of these people that can weigh themselves every day. That I do know, because like I can eat really well today and then get on the scale tomorrow thinking I'm going to lose like a pound, and then I don't lose anything, or I gained a pound or something, because your body fluctuates every day for various reasons. So I just strictly stick to once a week. I weigh on Thursday mornings. I weigh about 10:30 in the morning before I take my shower, and I go by that weight. I find that it's consistent because it's the same time. I'm wearing the same clothes, I'm at the same scale, at the same place, all of that. So I do take that as an accurate reading, and that's where I'm going from. The only thing that I'm doing different now than what I did at the beginning I was really strong. I was really strong and not falling to temptations and things. During the pandemic, on Good Friday, because I'm a Catholic, and for some reason I think that I can't eat anything on a Friday. That's part of what I do on a Friday. On a Good Friday, I don't eat anything. I just drink like tea, drink water. And this particular Good Friday during the pandemic, I didn't eat, and I fainted and scared the crap out of Jim. I had the fire department and the EMS and everybody here, all the paramedics, and it made me realize that I have to eat. So this past Good Friday I did eat. I didn't eat a lot, but I did eat, and I felt so much better. But I have that fear now that I'm not eating enough. I'm going to faint. Because nobody likes to faint. The worst part of fainting is when you're waking up and like everything seems far away. I don't know if you've ever fainted, but it's like everything seems far away, and you're just so disoriented, and it's not a feeling that I would recommend to anybody. I don't like it at all. But so I always have that fear. So every time I have the least little bit of hunger, I think I better eat or I'm going to faint. I'm now realizing that the reason I fainted was because I didn't eat anything for like 48 hours, it seemed like, because I had my last meal at 7 o'clock, and then I fainted about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on Holy Saturday, because it wasn't really Good Friday. But that was a long time to go without any food or water, because I don't think I drank that much water that day either. That's one of my fears, and that's why I think that. I'm trying, like I said, not to eat out as much now. I have not eaten, well, I ate out on Monday because we did our sibling dinner. I have once a month I meet with my brother and my 2 sisters, and we used to go to a restaurant, but my one sister's not vaccinated just due to health issues, that she's not able to get the shot at this particular time. And so we don't really want to go into a restaurant with her, so we just get carry out, and then we come to each other's house and just sit outside. But I could just as easily have cooked something, but I just didn't. But I'm trying to do better. I think I'm doing really well now. I do see a good future for me as far as staying on track on my weight loss. I realized that part of the problems that I was having is I'm not a goal setter as far as a specific goal. I can set a goal of like I'd like to lose at least a pound a week, and I can kind of live with that. But when I say I want to lose a certain amount of weight by a certain day, that's when I fall into big trouble. I really do. With that being said, I really would like to hit my 100-pound loss by Christmas, which is 5 months, and I only have to lose like 25 pounds. So that's 5 pounds a month, which is a little over a pound a week, which is my goal, is a pound a week. So that's what I'm working on right now for the future. The best tip I can give you is just live your life, enjoy your life, eat the foods you love, but within reason. There's no reason that you have to just eat grapefruit every day, or just have a cabbage soup every day or something like that. If you follow a good, healthy plan, if your plate looks very colorful with fruits and vegetables and grains and fats, people don't like to hear that word, but you need to have fats. Drink your water every day. Get some sort of exercise. I walk every morning. I walk 2 miles every morning. I don't do it for exercise. I just do it to get my well-being, get my day set, get my day started. And it helps me to stay on track. If I wake up and I go for a walk, I'm just so invigorated. It just releases so many endorphins that I just want to eat healthy. So don't deprive yourself of things either. Please don't deprive yourself. If you want a donut, if you're going by Tim Hortons and you want a donut, which my favorite is the vanilla cream, just stop, get the donut. Figure out how many points it is, or if you count calories, figure out how many calories it is, and then just try to adjust your day around that. Maybe you got to eat a little less for breakfast, or maybe a little less for lunch or dinner, but don't deprive yourself. Figure out at least once a week that you're going to treat yourself to something that you really, really like, and figure it into your points and have it. If it's like I love ice cream. They have like little half-cup serving Breyers ice cream cups that are 5 points. 5 points is a lot of points, I realize. And a half a cup of ice cream doesn't sound like a lot, but when you get them in those little cups, it kind of reminds me of like when I was little and the ice cream man would come and you'd get the little cup and they give you the little wooden spoon to eat the ice cream with. It's just enough. It really is. And really after 2 or 3 bites, you've really satisfied that urge for whatever it is that you wanted sweet. And I figure it into my points, and I eat it without guilt, and it helps me stay on track. So I would say that my top suggestions would be to follow a plan that you can follow the rest of your life. If you think you can eat cabbage soup every day for the rest of your life, all the power to you. I can't. I need to eat my food, and I eat food. I don't eat diet food. I eat food. I eat full-fat cheese. I eat regular butter. I eat full-fat cottage cheese. I eat lunch meat. I have bread. I drink my milk. I drink orange juice. All the things that are like you would think you can't have on a diet, you can if you figure them into your points. And you figure out exactly, or calories. Figure out how many calories you want in a day. If it helps you, do a recipe for the week. I don't do a recipe for the week. I wake up in the morning and decide what I'm going to have for that day, but I figure in my points that I have it for that day. So get some form of movement. Don't say exercise. If exercise is going to throw you off, just say movement. Figure out some kind of movement. If you're watching TV, get up, do some steps in place. During the commercial, walk back and forth. Do something. Don't sit in a chair all day. Do something to keep yourself occupied and moving. Those are my tips. I wish I could give you better tips. I wish I was more closer, not more. I wish I was closer to wish I would have already reached my goal. Then it would seem like, okay, this is good advice coming from somebody that's already reached their goal. But I'm telling you that through the whole thing, I've been on this plan for 4.5 years. And at my best, I lost 96 pounds. And at my worst, I've lost 80. So I've kept 80 pounds off. And 80 pounds is a lot of weight. I went to buy some birdseed the other day, and it was a 40-pound bag, and I could hardly lift it. And I'm thinking, I used to carry 2 bags of birdseed around. And I don't understand. I mean, I know it was distributed a little bit differently, but it was different. And if you don't think a pound is a lot, pick up a pound of butter. That container of butter, a pound of butter, that's a lot of weight if you think about it. Just look at that stick of butter and then think, you know what? I lost that off my body. That's pretty good. So, once again, I'm going to tell you to go out and check Weight Watchers with Carrie and Bee at Bee's Journey, and also everybody that's listed down below. I'm sure you will not be disappointed, and make sure you subscribe. But in the meantime, Don't lose faith in yourself. Don't quit now, because sometimes people don't realize how close they were to success when they quit. That's why I won't quit, because I really think I'm really close to success, and there's no quitting in me. There really isn't, because once I reach my goal, I still have to follow this plan, so that's why I'm following a plan that works for me, that fits into my everyday life. And that's what you have to do. Find a plan that fits into your everyday life. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. I tell everybody, stay safe, especially nowadays. Stay safe and healthy. I'll talk to you guys on my daily vlog. Please subscribe to me. I'm hoping you won't be disappointed.